Hello, hello, hello. I hope everybody can hear me okay. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I am sorry. I am always having little issues with my computer, but here I am. And I'm so excited to be here. Even if I know that there's difficulties and not everybody is able to come into the live recording, but I do want to put in a little bit of info anyway. I did do a little bit of, um, let me see if I could find this real quick. Let's go this way. I really thought, and for some reason, I did report and well, I did do a research earlier today, and chat just don't want to give it to me. But it is okay. I am still very excited to be here and just freestyling it because that's what we do, right? I try to show up and I try to be here with you all. Don't feel bad if you're not able to be here live, but if you could watch this later, this is perfect and no problem with me. Um, so I had two different topics to talk about, and I figured that um, I wanted to talk about questions that I asked in the digital world that sometimes we don't have an answer for. Last week, we spoke um, about accountability partners. We also spoke about the blueprint, and uh, not too many of us have read the blueprint. And well, it's okay. It is what it is, but sometimes we don't even have time for that. And I totally get it because it's not because time is so limited. And that's what we are here for. We're here to try and beat the time and try to do what we can to get our time back. I know that's what I'm working on. Um, so if it is to be, it is up to you. And that's what we are doing. We are trying to do what we can to become financially free, to get our time back and do what we have to do to get there. So another thing that I wanted to talk about, other than the digital marketing questions, is branding. Branding ourselves, branding yourself. And do we even know what branding is? There's a lot of people that don't really, so we do content and that's that. But it's not only about branding, about doing content. It's not about just making content and just putting it out there to see if it sticks, to see if it works, to see if it happens. People don't buy products. Social media today has taken us into a crazy world that people look for people. Yes, people are learning to read people because of social media, and which is fine. But I read this book and I thought that it would be amazing to talk about Brand Yourself for Success by Crafting the Real You. And this book is by, I just saw her name, Octavia Goredema. She, I love her accent. And when I was listening to her, I actually had to listen to certain parts twice because I kind of like, and this is how sensitive our brain could be. I was listening to her voice and how beautiful and soothing she talks. So I would miss parts, but the woman, it's amazing. I will put a link on when I update this, when I upload the replay. If you guys want to get it, please, I would advise for you to do that if you are looking to brand yourself. This way, she asks some amazing questions. So, excuse me, I'm sorry, I apologize. So, what is a personal brand? So, it's not your logo or tagline, it's your reputation, presence, and promise. So, of course, like I was saying before, people look for people, people buy people. If you are liked by someone and you have a product, and my product could be very, very, very costly, and the neighbors is not, um, of course they're gonna go with your product, doesn't matter how much they pay. I have seen it live. I have seen people that because they get along with this person, no, they're not going to buy that even if it's on sale, because this is the people that they are used to. They're used to, they know, they trust, and people have to know you and trust you. So it's like when TikTok first came out, I didn't trust it. My husband used to buy stuff, and then I used to tell him, oh, check Amazon. Why? Because that's what we are used to. We are used to Amazon. And in the beginning, even in the beginning, with the first time that I purchased from TikTok, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm throwing my money out the window. I don't do that. I don't like that. But now TikTok is out there. It has gained a lot of trust. It's working. It's working it. So with that, there's so many people making money on TikTok. There's so many people doing so much and purchasing. So I heard, I don't know how true this is, that Amazon was trying to purchase TikTok because now it's a competition. So, you know, Amazon is, yeah, they're out there. And of course, business is business. If you see someone that's trying to do competition with you, people don't, not everybody pairs up. They're just, business people just like to get their money. So, so you already have a personal brand. The question is, are you shaping it, or is it shaping you? So, meaning, are you letting yourself be? Are you letting yourself be that person to be known the way you want them to know you? I have a question for you. What do people say about you when you're not in the room? For the most part, okay. Oh, what do they say when you're in front of you? No, what do they say when you're not in the room? Because that is what, for the most part, tells about you, what they really feel. Not everybody's has that freedom to tell people what they feel. Um, so to them, to their face. So yes, what do they say when you're not in the room? Um, so know your value. So in this book, the first two chapters, um, it highlights the strengths and how, okay, let me just get this here real quick. It describes, my apology, give me one moment. Okay, here we are, and I am so sorry about that. We were gone for a few minutes, but I couldn't find my paperwork. I'm a rookie, and I'm sorry for that. I am trying to show up as much as I can, but I still get a little nervous because I'm still trying to gain my experience. I'm trying to do whatever's in my power to be able to learn and give as much value as I can. And of course, there's not, you can't give nothing if you don't learn something. So with that said, I'm trying to be here, showing up. I know I'm going to look at these recordings in 6 months from now and be like, oh my God, how embarrassing. And I put that out there. So, yes. So yourself. So like I said, I read a book and Octavia Goredema, and it's an incredible book. I am going to put the link together with the replay on this, and I want to share that with you. This way you could read it, or if not, maybe I'll just do a summary on it and I'll share it with you guys. I do have a worksheet that I'm going to share with you all, and I'm really excited because I really, really, really like it. I did a printout of it. I actually took everything with me to work today. This way I could make printouts and share with you. But so yes. So today let's focus about branding ourselves. I'm going to divide this into different sessions. So we're going to have this part one today, and then next Wednesday we'll have part two. So what is a personal brand? We already went over that. We said that it's uh it's showing up, it's showing people what you stand out for. Um it is your reputation, your presence, and your promise. And you having integrity and being for people as you do like with your family. There's no I know people feel that, oh, family's first, whatever, and the other, and it's true, but we should treat everyone with respect, and this way we could be treated with respect, but also it gives you that brand, it gives you that personality check out that, you know, this is how you get people's approval. And although a lot of people say, oh, I don't need nobody's approval, that is not totally true. We cannot not care that much. You know, we have to try and be as good as we can, especially when we have a family that look up to us and are there watching us, especially our kids, our grandchildren. Like I tell my kids, be who you want your kids to be. And I'm sorry about this. I scratched myself with my nails soon after I got them done, and now it looks very ugly, but I'm not gonna put a band-aid on my face. But anyway, so yes, you already have a personal brand. The question is, are you shaping it or is it shaping you? Good question. Good question. So you have to kind of discover your strength. Um, so this author goes over discovering your strength and what do people say about you when you go in the room? Like, what do you do throughout your day that you feel that is part of your strength? What um, what do you um, it could be anything. It could be, I don't know, cleaning your house, or it could be doing your math work or your bills. Me, I love to do not so much my bills, but I like to do spreadsheets. I like to keep my stuff organized. I my bills, I like to take my bank statement and just log it out and just go through it and add everything and take away and divide everything. Those things that you enjoy to do, like what do you enjoy to do the most? What are your strengths? What are those things those skills that you have that you feel that you do them best? Um, I do have, let's see what else we have here. Uh, I keep getting the same thing with know your value. So knowing your value, like what are your strengths, on your unique skills, get clear on your mission. So with your value, which this is on the first two chapters of this book, study more like your daily task. See what you do that could help you find what it is that helps you be you. So, and the reason that you want to do this is because you want to get to know you. A lot of times we don't have time for that. So, what better than you trying to work on doing exactly that? So, clarify your why. Okay, so why your brand matters. It matters especially when you have your own business, because this is how people build trust and credibility. So people will get to know you and they'll start trusting you and use you to get whatever help they need or whatever they want. Want them come to you, even if it's for advice, which is great. I mean, I've had people in my life that I feel that, okay, so I was put in their lives because they want to talk to me. I'm a good listener. That's one of the biggest strengths that I have. I'm a good listener, and a lot of my acquaintances, a lot of my friends, a lot of my family, I want to say just about everyone feels that I am that person that I give good advice. And I kind of carry myself in a way that they like to be around me all the time. And I'm fun. I'm not boring. I try to do whatever I can to enjoy myself. I'm still young, I feel. I have young kids. I have my grandchildren. So I try to do what I can to make things happy and fun. So uh, also your brand matters because it opens doors for opportunities. So if you come across a an opportunity uh, and you already have a brand, it's a lot easier to get into that opportunity. Um, Now my computer just changed everything around me, and I am not going to put this on hold anymore. Okay, so it creates alignment in your life and business. So it makes things a little bit more formal for people and more comfortable for people to come to and take care of their whatever matters, whether it's financial, whether it's whatever. Like right now we have our community, we have our legacy builders, we have pocket coaching, we have um, uh, um, motivation, we have tech providers within our community that people are trusting. And we're trying to spread everything out there. We're trying to expand our knowledge, our hobbies, and everything else. But for people to be there for us and help us create that passive income, we have to give them some kind of we have to make them comfortable and have them trust us. So so crafting your brand promise. So if you say you're going to do something, you have to do it. It is one of those things that don't do not say what you are not going to do, or don't expect from others what you're not going to do. So it is important um, for you to stay faithful to your word and make sure that people believe what you say and what you do. Um, so part two, da, 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 da. Let's see what we have here. What makes you you, like you? Like, what are your strengths? What are your passions, your skills, your life story? What's your life story? You know what? I have a really, really hard time uh talking about my life story. Not that it's a bad one, but every time I try to do content and I try to create mm, or talk about my life story, I go into like the 2 hour workday. Oh, if you want, if you want to leave your 9 to 5, and I go to that's my go-to script. And I kind of like I've gotten stuck in there. So your identity is your superpower. The more you know who you are, the more powerful your brand becomes. So it's good to know. It's good to have that breakdown. Like what are my strengths? And if you don't know, like a lot of people are like, I don't know. Think about it. What do you do better than other people? It could be cleaning. It could be fixing your car. It could be doing arrangements, flower arrangements. It could be taking care of your kids, taking care of kids, uh, cooking, baking. It could be so many things. Like, what are your strengths? It doesn't have to be necessarily like mine is doing is numbers. I love to do spreadsheets. And yes, of course, there's so many new models and so many new techniques within like Excel and new documents and stuff. Uh, but give me something and then ask me to put it in a spreadsheet for you. Woof, I will make that spreadsheet look beautiful. And you will be like, wow, where is that penny? Wait a minute, let me find it for you. I got you. Like, that's my strength. And also, I like to work with people. I did collections for 23 years. And people are like, what? What do you mean? But I just recently found out that and I asked myself, and throughout the collections, I only really had two customers that gave me a really, really hard time. And, but for the most part, I always collected, I did my job and I helped them. And I just recently realized that I guess I love to work with people. So I guess one of my strengths is that dealing with people. So that's why I enjoyed this. The thought of like helping someone become a six-figure earner or help someone make 5, 10, 20,000 in a month. Oof, oof, like incredible, incredible. So know your passions. See, like I think that's my strength, but it's also my passion. Um, but I also like to do scrapbook. I also like to I like crafts. Uh know your skills. What are your skills? So maybe you work as a bill collector, or maybe you work as an accountant or as a customer service, or maybe um like 10 languages. Like, have all these things like laid out. This way you could know more about you. And so what? Write a resume for you. Why not have yourself a resume for you? These are my this is my strengths, my passion, my skills, my life story. Why not? I mean, the more that you know about you, the more powerful your brand will become. So why not interview yourself? Have someone interview you. Go to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to write a list of questions that could get deep into someone's life in an interview. I want that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to have chat, going to write it here. Have Fabio write a list of questions. So I could do a interview to me. I'm going to have someone do the interview for me to me. So I'm not going to interview me. But I'm going to lay out the questions. This way I could do a resume. With that resume, you could even do a bio. You could do your biography. Why not? Hey, it could be fun. It could be something that you could teach someone do later. It could be you doing this. This could be an income stream. Why not do a packet coaching for like 14 days and have them say, okay, so you don't know your brand, let's work on your brand. Let's do it together. So, and why not do that? So that is what makes you, you, like what makes you. Okay, so also you want to ask yourself, what do people compliment you on often? Oh, you have beautiful hair. Oh my God, you talk so beautiful. Oh my God, thank you for your beautiful words. Wow, you cook so good. Wow, your hair, you always do your hair so nice. Like, what do people always compliment you often on? Um, when I first moved to Florida, people used to be like, "Oh my God, you look like Mariah Carey." What? Then I would go over there. Oh my God, you look like Mariah Carey. Like everyone, and I started. I actually. So my mom looked like Mariah Carey, and it's so funny because Mariah's song "Hero," she looks just like my mom when my mom was young. Sorry, mommy, but it's true. And one day I came home and I'm like, Mom, we have to talk. Like, what's this about? And she's like, Oh, what's the matter? I don't know, but like, look at this video. And I showed her, and she's like, Yeah. And I'm like, Do I have a sister out there and you didn't tell me anything? And she's like, What? She was so insulted. But anyway, yeah, it's true. Um, so what do people compliment you on? What do you love doing? Even if no one paid you. What do you love doing? Like again, I love doing spreadsheets and I like doing organizing stuff on the computer. Oh, I love folding clothes. I know it's crazy. Nobody loves to work in the house, but I do not mind folding clothes. If it came down to folding clothes or doing dishes, I got the clothes. But I like doing clothes. I like to fold my clothes as soon as they come out the dryer because I do not iron. I don't like ironing. It's a thing. That's just not mine. So, all right. So, what are your three greatest skills? Like, what are the three things that you do the best? Pick three. and just write them down. I'm going to give you guys this, and I'm gonna make it into a worksheet. Actually, this is what I have on the worksheet. Some of these. So, but I'm gonna put all of them just so you guys could use this and we could work together on it. So yes, we could do that. Um, what's one struggle you've overcome? Yes, what's one struggle that you have overcome? Whether it's, for example, there was at my job, at my 9 to 5, there was a gentleman. We merged with another company, not merged, we acquired another company, and one of the sales producers made things a little difficult, but we had to take over his accounts. I do billing, and oof, I almost quit the first 3 days. Every account that I touched was a mess. And wow. And I kept being told, oh, don't worry about it. We're going to have someone helping you. We're going to have someone helping you. I work for a corporate company that has, when they first took over, they purchased our family company. There was, we did $14 million. We're now doing billions of dollars from 75 employees. We have over 50,000 employees everywhere. So I do billing for our office. Our office has, I mean, we have hundreds. It's insurance billing, E&O, and I do everybody's. So anyway, so they brought this company over. I had to do his billing. And I sat one day and I was fuming. I sat with my manager and another coworker, and my colleague is looking at me like, because I told him, I'm like, okay, let's go talk. I was ready to quit. I was ready to just get up and go. And my manager said, well, let's ask him to see how it is that he does it, because this way we could all be on the same page. And I'm like, nope. Let's tell him how we do it. We just put them in. Why are we doing it their way? Our way, which we created the billing department, like from scratch, it's working for us. I have everything running really smooth. They, corporate gets no complaints. We get very little referrals back to us. Why are we not doing, he needs to follow our way. And they looked at me like, oh, shoot, I guess we're gonna have to. I was mad. I was mad. So, but I was able to deal with it. We finally got someone that came in and took over that book of business, and thank God. But every time she has a problem, she comes to me so I can help her. Of course, obviously, I've been there doing the billing for the longest time. She's doing a portion of it. Um, but I overcame that. I really did not think I would. And I am very, very proud of me that I was able to just like go right past that. So, all right, so let's define our brand. Who do you help? Me? I have to say, oh, what was this still? Huh, nice. Okay. Who do you help? Me, in my online business, I cater to caregivers. I cater to um, women between in their mid 50s and late 50s that have been in situations that are not to their to their taste, but they have no choice, but they feel they have no choice and are there because of financial security. So they feel stuck. And I'm trying to help them create an online business. I'm trying to help people get out of their 9 to 5. Grandmothers, grandparents that have been working their whole life and now have a family that they need to dedicate to. I am 57 years old and I have 10 grandchildren and a great grandbaby. And I do not want to miss out on their life as I did with my kids. I was a single mom and I worked my whole life. I was working 3 jobs, a full-time and 2 part-times. I worked after my 9 to 5 and on weekends in order to be able to make ends meet. And oof, I don't want to miss out as much as I did with my kids. I want to make up that time. I need my time back so I can spend time with my children and their children. And I want to create memories. I lost my parents and I have so many pictures of my parents. I want to do the same thing with my kids, my grandchildren. I want them to have stories to tell. I have my 4-year-old grandbaby that remembers my mom. Like every time he sees a picture of her going on the devices, I can't say her name because she'll scream. Um, oh, there's Tata. I know who she is. That's Tata. So I want to be that grandma. So yes, I'm helping people get out of their 9 to 5 and just instead of dedicating that 8 hour day, 9, 10, 11, 12 hour day, just spend 2, 3 hours a day. I spend between 2.5 to 3.5 hours. That's because I have my community and then I have DGC. So, and I like to sit and I enjoy doing the organizing and doing this and doing that and looking. And I love to sit on the computer and just browse around everything. So how do you help them? I already went over that. I want them to become financially free. How do you help them? So these are questions that you need to ask yourself. I'm giving you my answers, but you need to ask yourself these questions. And again, I'm going to have like a space on the bottom so you could answer these questions. What transformation do you create? So, for example, I help blank do blank so they can blank. So I help grandparents work from home so they can spend more time with their grandchildren. Or I help caregivers work from home so they can take care of their parents and their loved ones. So these 3 questions will help you. These are the 3 questions that you are going to answer within that prompt. And again, what we're going over is going to help you create better content. So if you're not sure that, what kind of content to create, we're actually going through the little things that will take you into what content you could create. So crafting your brand promise. So your personal brand is your professional promise. That's by Octavia. I love that name. What do people experience when they work with you? Are they happy? Are they like frustrated? Um, do they complete what they're doing? Like, how, um, what's their experience? Do they, when you're done with that, are they just content with the experience that they just had working with you, whether it's at work, whether it's cleaning, whether it is at the pool? We were at the pool, they had a good time. Like, what do they experience? What do you stand for? Do you like to be happy? Do you like to be funny? Uh, do you like to play around? Are you a jokester? Are you sarcastic? Are you mean? Uh, and it's okay. It's okay, because what you're doing here is knowing you. So you're going to, when you are done with this, you will be able to tell about you more than you have probably. And reason is because a lot of times we don't have time to sit back and figure ourselves out. This will help you figure yourself out so you could know who you're going to help and how you're going to help them. And don't forget that who you're helping is you. And I know that it gets a little confusing saying that and understanding that, because I didn't get it. What does she mean? My customer is me. Well, you went through a situation, you experienced that. So you have the experience. And you're not the only one that went through that experience, that's going through that experience, or that will go through that experience. So that's the reason why you are told your customer is you. Describe what you went through. Describe those things that worked for you. And that works. What values guide your decisions? What values guide your decisions? Integrity, care, like, sometimes we care, but we care too much and we end up doing things for people that, we should know better. But yes, so that's another question. Now, share and shine. And I know that I started a little later, so I'm going to go a little bit past 7 here. So I don't know how long we've been here. Let's see. That doesn't say, but it's okay. Let's see if, okay, a little over an hour, but that's because I didn't turn it off before. So I'm just gonna go for another few minutes, and I just have these 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, share and shine. Practice your brand into intro in the chat, excuse me, or breakout. Uh, Practice. When you go, for example, in the legacy builders call, there could be 400 members that join. It's an amazing call. We learn so much because we learn from each other, and it's always a really good topic. So, okay, so now there's 400. When our mentor says, okay, well, we're going to go in the breakout rooms, we lose over 75 people. Always, 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 always. And it's funny. And to me, honestly, to me, it's practice. First of all, that's one of my favorite calls. But I enjoy that call because there's like maybe between 4 and 6 people, and some can't talk because they're 9 to 5 and they just like, but they're there. But for the most part, I'm the big mouth. Believe it or not, I do a lot of talking, and like, I don't like silence. I'm an introvert, but at the same time, I don't like silence. I don't know. I'm weird. What can I say? So I go in, oh, hi, hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Da, 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 da. On Tuesdays, I'm working. So I leave my break for that time. I wait until my coach talks. And then when it's time to do the breakout, I walk outside. And that's when I take my break. This way I connect with people. So I start with who wants to go first, introduce yourself, blah, 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 blah. I already wrote the questions or the topics that we're going to talk about. So I talk, and that's where I started to get comfortable in, because I was able to turn the camera on. Now there's only a few of us, so I have to talk, and it's fun. So I feel that this is my time to shine. I feel. I know that sounds a little bit like selfish, but I take advantage of that to be able to train myself and talk. So, two sentence intro. So, hi, I'm blank and I help blank do blank so they can blank. For example, let's talk about like people over 50 that are trying to leave the 9 to 5. So I help. So, hi, I'm Maria, and I help women's women that are trying to get out of the 9 to 5, working a 2-hour workday so they can spend more time with their children. Or my name is Maria, and I help caregivers work from home so they can take care of their parents and not take them into a nursing home or to a daycare or to have someone else take care of them. So that question will be there. Homework for the week. We got homework. All right. So I'm going to give you guys the workbook. Practice your brand. Introduce yourself out loud. Take your phone and just be like, "Hi, my name is Anna, and I blah 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 blah. My name is Maria, and I help caregivers work from home so they could take care of their parents when the time comes up, or so they could get whatever their parents need, or I help moms stay home, work from home, so they could take care of their kids instead of taking them to a daycare and pay tons of money or whatever, and not ever see their kids first walk." Which that's huge. Oh my gosh. I kind of almost went through that. And that's when I said, like I would like to stay home for at least a year. And I ended up staying 2 years. That's all I stayed from when I started to today. I've stayed home 2 years and a little bit when I first came here a few months later because I got laid off. So I'm going to give you guys that. So practice out loud, report yourself. I know sometimes it's embarrassing to talk to ourselves, or it's embarrassing to talk about ourselves. Then listen to yourself. Then take that recording that you just did and listen to you and see where it is that you need to fix something. Do content, put it out there, you know. So listen to yourself. If there's something that you need to fix it. If not, it's okay. Um, Also, journal. Journal a little bit. Why not? Why don't you journal? My story is, and da 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 da. Da, my strength is da da da. Talk about you. Make this about you. This is about you because you want to get to know you so you could brand you. And that will bring on everything else. This will bring your perfect customer. This will bring in who it is that you want to help out there. So if you think about it, it makes sense. Once you start feeling comfortable branding yourself, I know it's awkward to talk about you, but once you feel comfortable bringing that you out, you will be able to make killer, killer content. So, and no, I'm talking like this because I'm talking to myself too. I need to work on these too. This is why, this is something that I know that will help out the members and it will help me also. So, okay, So next week, we're going to do part 2. And I would love it if you broadcast your brand. What do you think? June 11th, my dad's birthday. Create your brand message. Align your online presence. Show up confidently. Gain confidence. So, an affirmation that I have for you: I don't need permission to show up. I am the brand. I am the breakthrough. So I say again, I don't need permission to show up. I am the brand. I am the breakthrough. If you have any questions, I'm going to post this. Please, I'm sorry for the screw ups. As always, my computer had a little bit of difficulties. I'm going to save this. I am going to post a replay, and I am going to post the worksheet. And I think I'm going to start putting these under the inner circle, which that's where these should be. I am doing these in open to all the members to show up, but obviously, you know, I don't always have a lot of people that do. So there's going to be a lot of changes in the community, all good for everyone, because I am going to provide a lot of value in the community. And so there will be changes. And I would love it, love it, love it if you guys show up and, be part of my OGs. So there's going to be a time where I, excuse me, I open up to have everyone join all the rooms, all the modules that you can't go in right now, and make you part of that module. But it's going to be limited time. So this way you're able to see what's in the module. And once you're in, you can stay in the module. So I'm going to do some kind of challenge or something to, be able to, I don't know, I need for people to show me interest. Okay, so I'll do the challenge because I would like to go in here. And whoever does them, then, they could get in there and be part of it. So for no cost. So again, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you. If you guys have any questions, please do put a comment below. Let me know that you saw this, and come next week. We're going to have part 2. Build and broadcast your brand. I would love it if you did your video and you share it below. This way, you could show that you created your brand. You're working on your brand. So put that message below. Thank you all. Have a great evening, and I will talk to you all soon.